See, schedule. In this field, test lead mentions schedule for test process. I will give an example. See, serial number. Next, task, duration. Next, dates, from date to dates. Next, remarks. See, first task. What is the initial task? Requirements, understanding and analyzing requirements. Understanding and analyzing requirements. Okay. Lalita, you are not responding. Can you hear me? See, requirements, understanding, and analyzing. Suppose, see, duration depends on project, size of the project and scope of the project. Suppose 5 days. Example. Say all team members go through that requirements documents. If they find any difficulties in understanding, they write review report to. They write report to business analyst or functional analyst. Functional analyst conducts a meeting and clarifies team members' issues. See, sometimes test lead only provides guidance. Suppose any major problems are there, business analyst or functional analyst category people provides clarifications. Next, dates. Suppose 20th June to 27th June. Example. See, they consider working days. Next, review meeting. Suppose 1 day. Okay. Next, after understanding requirements, what is the next task? Tell me, Rekha. After understanding requirements, what is the next task? Risk analysis not comes under this schedule. Okay, risk analysis is a high-level task. Generally, test lead analyzes all possible risks before the schedule. All over. See, the schedule for team members. Schedule for team members. See, two types of schedules: high-level schedule, low-level schedule. It is low-level schedule. It is for team members from design stage. See, for test design, understanding and analyzing requirements is initial task. Next, test design. See, in test design also first test scenarios, high level. See, identifying test scenarios. Suppose 10 days. Test scenarios. See, one scenario may have one or more test cases. Test scenario is primary, superior. See, one scenario may have one or more test cases. First, identifying high-level test scenarios are outlines. Suppose 29th to see approximately 10th July. Next, after identifying test scenarios, again review meeting. Reviews reviews are common. Some company may not allocate time for reviews, but reviews are important. Reviews. Suppose 2 days. Next, after reviews, test case documentation. Test case. Test case documentation. Suppose 40 days. Days. Next, identify test data collection and reviews also. Reviews essential. Reviews. Reviews. Here depends on project scope. Team members perform reviews. Sometimes only walkthroughs. Author only reviews the document. That is actually less formality. Sometimes based on seriousness of the project, companies performs technical review called peer review or inspection. Inspection is more formal review and expensive. Okay. Next, suppose 4 days. Okay. Next one. See, test data collection. See, this test data collection is sometimes parallel activity, sometimes sequence activity. See, suppose if it is well planned process, test lead alerts some people for test case documentation and one or two senior people for test data collection. Got this point, Rekha? Sometimes it is parallel activity, sometimes continuous activity. Okay? Depends on their strategy. See, test data collection. Test data collection. Suppose 7 days. Say, test data collection. Why we used the term collection instead of test data preparation or test data documentation or test data generation like. See, some test data we prepare, testers prepare some test data. Example, phone number object is there, it has to take 10-digit numeric values as per requirements that we can prepare. Suppose another data is there, cities information, that cities information depends on customer. So we need to collect the data from the customer. That's why term is test data collection. Next, as usual, reviews. Reviews. Suppose 1 or 2 days. Next, next tell me, Rekha, what is the next one?
Readiness of tester.
See here, test engineer has to, testers have to verify the test environment setup. See, verify test environment setup. See, 1 or 2 days. See, changes may happen based on coordination, other teams' coordination, and other considerable factors are there. Changes may happen. This is preliminary stage test plan. Later, test lead test lead changes this document frequently, but not vast changes, simple changes. Next, after verifying, create test batches. Q. Create test batches. See, test sets 2 or 3 days. See, 1 or 2 days. Suppose 18th, 19th, or suppose any holidays is there. Example. See, here I am approximately entering the values. You can set right based on calendar days. Next, next,
Test execution.
test execution. We discussed some levels of execution. Levels of test execution. What are the levels? What is the first level of execution?
Sanity.
Sanity testing. Yes. First level of execution, sanity testing. Suppose 1 or 2 days, based on size of the project. It is not constant. Next, say here 1 or 2 days span required. Suppose any uh, scratches in test in software build, uh, testing team rejects that build. Otherwise, they continue test execution process. Next level of execution, comprehensive testing, comprehensive, complete, comprehensive testing. Say here, executing all possible test cases, executing all possible test cases. Suppose 25 days. Example, executing all possible test cases. Suppose after 1 or 2 days, any showstopper is there, temporarily test suspension. Then after rectifying the problem and continuation. See, comprehensive testing. Next, next, after receiving, see, during comprehensive testing, simultaneous activities are defect reporting and tracking. Defect reporting and tracking. That is cycle. Next, after receiving modified build. Next, regression testing. Regression testing. Suppose first regression 5 days. Next, continuously 1 minute. Before this one more thing also there. Tell me, Rekha, before regression testing, okay, defect reporting and tracking, that is parallel activity in every level of test execution. Next, after comprehensive testing, again one.
Creating test batches.
Batch is already there. Okay, sanity testing, isn't it?
Yes.
Again sanity testing. Again sanity testing. Next, one more thing is there. That is selecting test cases for regression. Selection required. Suppose in comprehensive testing we executed 980 test cases out of 1000. Suppose 1000 test cases we prepared, we executed 980. Suppose after receiving modified build, first we need to, after performing sanity testing, first we need to select test cases based on defects. For selection, 1 or 2 days required. Next, regression testing. Parallel activity, defect reporting and tracking. Defect reporting and tracking. Next, again sanity testing. Next, again selecting cases. Selection. Next, regression testing cycle 2, cycle 1, cycle 2. See, depends. Sometimes second cycle may take more time than first cycle. Depends on developers, strength of the development team. Sometimes less time. See, like this. This is continuous practice. General regression. Next, after getting confidence on software quality, final regression. Final regression. See, in this final regression, testing team selects high defect density areas. Suppose we have four modules A, B, C, D. In A module only 10% defects raised. B module 35%, C module 20%, D module 30%. See, test team selects high density areas for confirmation. See, final regression is we have in final regression we have to select more cases confirmation. See, after that, next, after final regression, tell me, Rekha, after final regression,
Evaluating exit.
yes, yes. See, first evaluating exit criteria. See, test leader, test lead activity. Evaluating exit criteria. Suppose 1 or 2 days. Next, collecting all artifacts from test activities. See, 2 or 3 days. Next,
Test summary.
yes, test summary report. Test lead, test lead is the author of this document also, but all team members contribution required. See, summary, test summary report. Next, see, preparation of test deliverables. See, test deliverables. See, 1 or 2 days. See, like this. See, here, test lead mentions approximate schedule, but it is not constant. Sometimes regression testing is dynamic. We can't expect that exact schedule, isn't it, Rekha? Regression is not static thing, dynamic thing. That depends on strength of the development team and seriousness of the application, see scope of the application. Okay, generally,
Yes.
okay, okay, put mute. Generally, test lead considers some approximate duration. Later, he will perform changes in that schedule. See, this is a brief introduction about schedule. Lalita, you are not responding. Lalita, can you hear me?
I'm able to hear you, sir.
Okay. Now we can hear you.
Oh,
You are following?
I'm answering, but I think my voice is not answering.
Now I am hearing you.
Okay, sir.
Did you understand this schedule?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Put mute. See, next, 1 minute, number 12. See, training. Training details. Training details. Here already we discussed generally in software testing, two types of training is important. See, testing knowledge that is common. Extra thing is domain knowledge if required, not mandatory. Domain knowledge, domain knowledge. Next, if we are using any automation tools, that tools training. Training on test automation. Sometimes this is also optional. Suppose if we have if we have knowledge resources, no need to provide training on test automation as well as domain knowledge. See, for training also, test lead allocates some time. See, generally this is before test design. Next, risks and mitigations. Risks and mitigations. See, here also test lead prepares solutions for possible risks. See, risk may happen, may not happen, but test lead prepares some solutions. Generally, what type of risks uh, we may expect in this testing process? Tell me, Rekha.
Some team members may leave in middle and
Team members. Team members may drop at middle of the project. That is one type of risk. Okay. What are the solutions? It tested has to prepare solutions. Okay. That may happen, may not happen. Solutions. Adopting new team members at middle of the project. That is one solution. Suppose if you adopt new team members, some risk also there. We need to provide some. We need to transfer knowledge. Okay, sometimes team members can share the knowledge. See, adopting new members, that is one solution. If any team members, if any team member, one or more, drops at middle of the project, solutions. One solution is adopting new members. Suppose if there is no possibility, then what is the another solution? Overtime. Getting Rekha.
yes sir, yes sir.
Overtime also one of the solution, na?
Yes sir.
But
Yes.
only limited. Say suppose we 10 members working for a project, one or two members dropped at middle of the project. Now management not able to adopt new members. See, that 8 members have to share that work. See, extra hours, extra days, like example. Next, this is team members issue. Next, vendor issues. Hmm. Suppose any supplier is not sending their deliverables on time, then instead of wasting the time, allocating another possible work to team members, allocating other works. Next, any other risks? Time also one of the risk. Budget. Budget also one of the risk. Hmm. How to overcome this uh, time problems? Suppose we planned for five months testing. Now already 3 months over. Only 40% testing. 40% testing only done. Then how to solve this issue? Tell me, Lalita. Time issues.
By what time, sir?
Say we have 5 months time. We selected 10 members team and schedule. Now 3 months over, only 40% work only done. See, now time less, work more. Then how to solve the problem? Okay, put mute. Noise coming. Disturbance coming. Can you tell me, Rekha, how to solve this problem?
The resources need to work
Yes,
overtime.
overtime that is one solution, but every time we can't. Uh,
Time need to be reduced for some of the activities.
See, based on time, three possibilities are there. First possibility, adding some more members. Adding, suppose 10 members not sufficient, adding 2 or 3 members, that is one solution. Next, another solution, overtime, using existing team members, working more hours, more days. Instead of 8 days per 8 hours per day, 9 hours or 10 hours, 5 day per week, 6 day per week, like example. Next, one more solution is uh, prioritizing test cases. Prioritizing. See, first concentrating only on high priority test cases. High priority test cases. Then, if time is there, then low priority test cases. Already I told functionality basically three types: basic functionality, general functionality, cosmetic functionality. First, main focus on basic functionality, then general functionality, last priority cosmetic functionality. If time permits, execute all possible cases. These three are the solutions. Next, budget. What are the solutions for budget? Say budget is not permitting, then tell me, Rekha, budget not permitting. Here also same, prioritizing test cases and contacting customer. Sometimes customer may increase some budget, but that is not mandatory thing. Sometimes they may not accept that one. See, communicating with customer side people, that is one possibility. Sometimes they may increase budget 10% or 15% based on complexity of the project. That is one. Second one, prioritizing, executing high priority cases first, then low priority cases. Next, important one, test environment. test environment, or you can say test lab. See, already we discussed team lead or test lead, uh, team lead or test lead defines test environment setup based on SRS document. Next, this one, technical support people, means system administrators or network administrators implement test environment. Next, team members team members verify test environment setup before test execution. See here, three stages. Tell me, Lalita, what are the three stages? Defining, implementing, and verifying. First, defining. Who defines?
Test lead defines it. Test lead or the team lead defines the test environment
Based on what is the source?
based on SRS.
SRS. Next, who implements?
Technical support people or the system admin.
System admin or network admin. So it depends on company. Designations may vary from one company to another. Okay. Next, last one.
Team members will verify.
Test environment setup based on SRS only.
Yes.
Okay. See, we know, means a tester team knows what to install. Next, technical support people know how to install. Coordination required. Say, suppose most of the time our test environment is similar to production environment. Test environment is similar to production environment. Say, three environments in application life cycle: development environment, test environment, production environment, customer environment. Say, test environment similar to production or customer environment. See, sometimes developers may not use similar environment like customer environment, but testing is mandatory. We need to follow production environment. See, three environments in application life cycle: development environment, test environment, production or customer environment. Okay. See, I will give one small test lab details for web-based application. Follow this one. Actually, earlier days, only testing knowledge is enough for testing teams. But nowadays, three types of knowledge is mandatory in order to survive. First one is testing knowledge. Testing knowledge is core, that is mandatory. Next one, environmental approach, means technology details, etc. Next, domain knowledge, banking, insurance, ERP, e-commerce. See, these three types of knowledge is essential for software testers. Apart from these three types of knowledge, two more things also important. One is programming knowledge. Suppose if you want to involve in test automation, programming knowledge also required. Next, SQL knowledge. Say, if you want to perform any database testing, SQL knowledge is mandatory. Say, backend database is SQL Server or Oracle or MySQL or Sybase or DB2 or DB400, whatever it may be. See, SQL is common. See, 90% SQL statements are common. SQL, open source. SQL first developed by IBM in 70s, first used by Oracle Corporation, and later Microsoft used that SQL. Okay, Oracle developed advanced concepts for SQL, SQL plus, PLSQL, procedure language. Next, Microsoft developed TSQL, transact SQL like. But basic SQL is common for all types of databases. See, you keep in mind these 5 types of knowledge is important for software testers in order to survive. What are the 5 types? Tell me one by one. Lalita.
testing knowledge,
That is mandatory. Core.
mandatory,
Environmental
environmental approach, domain knowledge, programming knowledge, and SQL knowledge.
SQL knowledge. Okay, Rekha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why you are you are answering in dull mood? Okay. 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 Test environment. Here I am going to provide one web application environment. Concentrate. See, I will before 2 years or 3 years back, I think 2 or 3 years back, involved in one test environment setup for banking application, internet banking application, BOH.com or bankofhawaii.com. I collected some technology information from in that SRS document. They didn't specify uh, any technical details, so that we collected information from development team. Based on that information, we provided uh, documentation to technical support people. Technical support people implemented that environment. See, here two concerns. One is server side, another is client side. One is server side, another is client side. See, ours is internet web application, public domain. See, application type, web application. Next, internet and public application. Internet and public application. Okay. See, already I told web applications basically 3 types: intranet, internet, and extranet. Intranet, private applications within the local, within the organization. They use LAN or MAN technology, local area network or metropolitan area network. Next, internet, public applications, WAN technology, WAN, wide area network, network of networks. Next, extranet. Extranet also private application, but over internet. This is suppose our already we discussed this banking stream, web application, internet, and public application. See, if it is internet application or intranet application, generally we perform 80 to 90% testing in intranet environment only. Got this point, Rekha?
Yes, sir.
Say, if it is internet application or intranet application, generally we perform testing in 80 to 90% testing in intranet only, local network only. See, if it is public application, some 10 to 20% testing with live data, 80 to 90% testing with dummy data only, in intranet environment, 10 to 20% testing in live environment with live data. Got this point, Lalita? Generally, how we perform web application testing if it is internet or intranet?
And 80% up to 90% is performed only in the intranet.
Intranet only. Intranet only. See, suppose load testing time they apply tools, that is different. But functional testing time we use intranet environment only. Okay, maintaining and this one deploying and maintaining in internet environment sometimes difficult. Generally, maximum companies prefer intranet environment for testing web applications, 80 to 90% testing. Suppose if it is a public application, 10 to 20% testing on live environment using live data. Here data two types, test data also two types, dummy data, live data. Okay. Next, client side, server side, client side. Say that time we used server side we used as per developers as per development team sessions, we prepared one document. Server side, Windows 2003 server. Next, Unix server. Next, MS Exchange server, Microsoft Exchange server. See, here you can find two types of servers. See, server means not only single server. So many people thinking is server means only one server. No, we used three servers. Three servers. That three servers pack is called, we integrated all three servers. That three servers pack is called server. Our server. Why we used three servers? Why used three? See, this is not server. Why we used three servers? What are the three servers? First server for web server deployment. First server for web server deployment. Second server for UDP. Third server for data storage. See, first server, see, we integrated all these three servers, web server with UDP, UDP with data storage. All were integrated. This integrated pack is called server. Why we used three types of server? For web server, they used Windows 2003 server. For UDP also, they used Windows 2003 server. For data storage, they used Unix server. MS Exchange server for internal mailing system. Okay. For web server and UDP server, they used Windows 2003 server. For data storage, they used Unix server. This complete pack is called server. Why? Why different servers? See, Windows is user friendly. See, this web server for, see, they distributed the load. They distributed the load. Web server for applying the logic. UDP for, what is UDP? Do you have any idea, Lalita? What is UDP? UDP, technical term. Don't have any idea?
Data processing, sir.
Huh?
Electronic data processing.
Yes, electronic data processing. Next, data storage. Okay. Say, I will cover these three functionality in one example. Suppose one user is accessing internet banking system, personal banking, money transfer. See, web server provides logic, business logic to end user. Business logic. If end user enters correct data, valid input, then it provides correct functionality. Okay. End user entered that user ID and password, valid user ID and password, and got personal banking page. After that, end user performed money transfer operation. Then it is the responsibility of UDP server to process the data. To process the data. Suppose account balance 40,000, user transferred 10,000. See, deducting the 10,000 amount from that user account and processing the data. See, finally, storing the data, that is the responsibility of Unix server. Got the got these three concepts, Rekha?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion? Confusion. Lalita, do you have any confusion?
No, sir, it's clear.
What is the functionality of web server?
Is to provide the business logic to the end user.
EDP server?
It provides when it process the data.
It processes the data. If end user performs any transactions, suppose end user not performing any transaction, suppose just balance inquiry, just mini statement, no need to process data. Okay. Next, suppose performed transaction and data processing over. Next, what is the functionality of data storage server? Storing the updated data. Reason is there. Why use different servers? One reason is distributing the load, segregating functionalities. Another also there. See, generally Windows is user-friendly system. User-friendly software means easily damageable. Unix complex architecture. See, damage also difficult. See, Unix having virus protection, more security than Windows. Why? Complex in architecture. See, Windows user-friendly system, simple in architecture, but easily damageable. See, data storage is important. Data storage is continuous practice, important. That's why they used Unix server. See, why companies prefer Unix server for data storage? Tell me, Rekha.
It is complex and it has more security
Ah,
features.
see, in cases of virus attacks and security, security means user authentication authorization. In case of security, as that one, virus attacks and security, Unix is more securable than Windows Server. But for processing data and applying logic, they use the Windows Server. Why? It is user friendly. Okay. See, next, they used, they installed Bugzilla, tool in server side. See, Bugzilla is a defect management tool developed in LAMP technology, Linux, Apache, PHP, MySQL. They deployed in server side. Why server side? It is web-based tool based on URL. All clients means all testers can access this tool. See, Bugzilla tool. Next, VSS, Visual Source for configuration management, Next, MS uh, Office, MS Office for documentation. See, this MS Office, both sides required, server side as well as client side. Why? MS Word, MS Excel, one-tier applications. No services sharing, only resources sharing, file sharing. Next, QTP tool, our testing point of view, etc. This is server side environment. Next, browser also they used IE7 that time. Client side, client side, Windows XP plus ESP2, Service Pack 2. Next, here also same VSS client version. Next, MS Office, Bugzilla web-based tool. MS Office. Next, QTP tool, etc. Next, application. Application actually for manual testers, application technology. This is, see here, two types of environments. See, in test lab also two types of environments. One is server side and client side. Again two types: operating system environment, application environment, OS environment. We discussed OS environment, but for manual testers, application environment awareness is not mandatory. But for automation testers, means suppose QTP testers or load runner testers, for automation testers, application environment also mandatory. See, I will give brief application environment. See, this is AUT environment, application under test. See, did you identify? Did you identify these two types of environments, Lalita?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what are the two types?
Operating system environment and application
Environment. In OS environment generally we concentrate on operating systems and utilities, drivers, documentation, softwares, etc., tools, etc. AUT environment different. See, AUT environments that BOH .com developed in .NET technology. .NET technology. .NET. Do you heard this term .NET? Rekha, what is .NET?
Network enabled technology.
Net enabled technology. Okay. Network enabled technology. See, it is suite of, it is a suite of technologies. In this suite, nearly 26 to 28 technologies available. They used C hash, next VC++ for components development, and ADO.NET for database connectivity. Okay. Next, web server, they used IIS. What is IIS? Do you have any idea, Lalita? What is IIS? It is Microsoft Web Server. Microsoft Web Server. Rekha, can you tell me? IIS?
Internet Information Service.
Good. Internet Information Service. It is from Microsoft. Next, they used Complex Component Object Model as application server, app server. Next, they used SQL Server 2005 for database server. Next, see, it is web application. All this application deployment in server side only. Server side only. Got this point, Lalita?
Yes.
First, operating system, operating environment, readiness of operating, client, server side, client side. Next, application deployment. Application deployment, it is web application. Web application, where they need to deploy, server side or client side or both sides. Tell me, Rekha, server side or client side? Server side only. Server side only. Why? It is web application, public application, using browser. Client can access. See, all clients can access using browser tool. So, no need to install any software, any application software at client end. Okay. Next, 12, 13, 14, 15. Next, test deliverables. Test deliverables. Here, test lead mentions test deliverables. Try to identify what are the test deliverables. Lalita, what are the test deliverables? I think Rekha, Lalita dropped. You tell me, Rekha, test deliverables.
Doc document.
Uh,
Um,
See, test deliverables. Test deliverables. Already I told what documents we produce and use during testing all comes under test deliverables, from test plan to test summary report. See, identify test plan, test plan, test plan document.
test case document.
1 minute. Document, test plan,
Summary report.
see, review reports, including review reports. Next, test scenarios, scenario docs, one or more. Test plan 1. Next, test case docs, one or more. Next, test data. Next, opened, closed, defect reports, opened, closed, defect reports. What is opened defect report? Tell me, Rekha, what is opened defect report?
The defects which have been, reported.
Mm.
That they
Opened, closed.
have been
Opened means
They are open.
which are open. Not closed means postponed. See, already I told, sometimes due to time restrictions, developers postpone some defects. Generally, they postpone cosmetic defects only, spell mistakes like small defects. Maybe they may be solved in next release. Got the point, Rekha? What is opened report? Opened defect?
Which are not closed.
Not closed, not closed, but only postponed to next release. Okay?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
See, generally developers postpone low severity defects, low severity, low priority defects. Okay. Next, Suppose these are common things. Suppose our company is following any metrics. That metrics reports also important. And one more thing, RTM, requirements traceability matrix. Requirements traceability matrix. See, author of the document is test lead, but all team members update this document. See, test lead opens this document at test planning phase, first phase. Next, throughout the life cycle, team members update this document. This is continuous document. See, opening in test planning stage, closing in test closure stage. RTM, requirements traceability matrix. What is the purpose of requirement traceability matrix? Tell me, Rekha. What is the purpose of requirements traceability matrix?
Traces the requirement. I mean,
Mapping requirements with test cases. Mapping requirements with test cases. Using requirement traceability matrix, we can easily identify all requirements are covered or not, all are executed or not. Like, say, suppose requirement 1, test case 1, requirement 2, test case 2, requirement 3, test case 3, 4. Sometimes one or two cases required to fulfill one requirement. See, not one to one or one to many. See, test lead starts this document in a test planning stage. Next, throughout the life cycle, all team members update this document. What is requirement traceability matrix? Mapping requirements with test cases. Next, test summary report. See, these are the maximum. See, test deliverables. Next, approvals. See here, test lead prepares one table, approvals. Here, author, date of preparation. See, document name, author of the document, date of preparation. Next, reviewer, date of review. Next, third field, approval. Next, date of approval. Generally, approvals by superior. What test lead mentions in this approvals field? Tell me, Rekha. What test lead mentions in this approval field?
author.
Author of the document and date of preparation.
Reviewer, date of review, approval, date of approval.
Yes. Next, glossary. What is glossary? See, glossary of terms. Suppose in this document, the test lead used some terms. Here, he has to mention abbreviations in order to understand the terminology. Suppose he mentioned one term, EAUT. See, in this document, somewhere he mentioned AUT term. One or two areas he mentioned AUT term. See, application under test. Next, somewhere he mentioned PIN, PIN document, project initiation, project initiation note. Next, SRS, software requirements specification, like this. Okay, this is about test plan documentation.